Daphne, you win. You were the fastest.
And I was having trouble. Did you get kicked out
I
of?
had to go out and come back in.
Yes, me too. And then the other thing, there was like, did you see there were two of us? Like some of us, like Mickey, you, me, Debbie, I think. It's like.
Hello.
I thought I was going to be last in.
Hello, Barry.
Hello, hi, how's everyone?
Hi.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Sorry we're late.
You still want to do this, Barry? This is Princeton. We're always late.
If you were on time, I'd be worried.
Okay. Okay, we're waiting for Brian. Okay, how many do we have? I can start reading if we want to.
We have a quorum,
We have a quorum?
certainly.
Should I start?
Yes.
Okay,
Here's Brian.
we're going into open session now after closed. Welcome to this public meeting of the Board of Education. The board is an elected unpaid group of 10 citizens setting policy and making decisions on educational, financial, and personnel matters of the Princeton Public Schools. We are always pleased when the members of the community attend. The board and school district operate under applicable New Jersey laws and under regulations of the New Jersey Board of Education. Each meeting includes an opportunity for those attending to comment on items on the published agenda or other matters of interest. The board reserves the right to limit the time allotted to public participation, and law limits discussion of individual personnel and confidential matters. We desire our meetings to provide useful opportunity for communication between the board and the community, so thank you for attending.
As required under the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 1046 et sequentia, adequate notice was given for calling this meeting. It was authorized by the Board of Education and forwarded to the municipal clerk, Princeton Packet, and the Times on May 6, 2020, and distributed to the schools and others on the standard list. The board reserves the right to enter an executive session during all meetings of the Board of Education. Board Policy 2230, recording devices, requires that we inform those attending this virtual Zoom meeting that the proceedings are being recorded. This meeting is not being live streamed. The representative of the sending district is authorized to vote on such matters that affect sending district students or affect the governance of the Princeton Public Schools, as more specifically designated in NJSA 18A 38.8.1. In the event that this statute is amended, the law shall take precedence over this bylaw. Sending district votes pertaining to personnel actions refer to high school central admin and district-wide staff only. Votes are otherwise considered abstentions.
Thank you, Matt. Would you please call the roll?
I will. Beth Barron,
Yes?
Debbie Bronfeld,
Yes.
Dan Dart,
Here.
Jess Deutsch,
Here.
Betsy Calver-Baglio,
Here.
Ryan McDonald,
Present.
Michelle Tuck Ponder,
Present.
Peter Katz,
Here.
Daphne Kendall,
Here.
Susan Cantor.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. So I just want to apologize that we're a little late tonight. We've been in closed session and here we are. We don't have a lot on the agenda. We have one very exciting matter that we're going to get to. So I am not going to say too much right now and let us keep moving. Steve, do you want to have a comment?
I would mention two things before the exciting main event on our agenda. One is we had another food service delivery today. Had a beautiful day, and we had about 92% participation, which is terrific. We get more refined at doing this work every time, and this time we shifted the staging to the CP area, and so 92% is well above the national average for delivery of meals, which is sadly around 30% right now for school districts. So next Thursday and moving forward, we're going to be adding additional distribution spot. So to make it easier for those families in the Witherspoon-Jackson neighborhood, particularly those who live closer to the university, we're adding a distribution location at the Arts Council parking lot. So that should make it even easier for those families. We are on Thursday. We are putting out some shelf-stable items then in a bag from Shup, and we're also going to be providing a bag of various toiletries, essentials, hygiene essentials for families. And then once again, we'll be next Tuesday delivering breakfast, lunch, and dinners to our families. So we're grateful for the work that many people are doing to provide for our families, and we'll continue to make that effort and look forward to doing it through the summer if we can. The second thing I wanted to mention was just a thanks to our faculty for their efforts to engage in sort of the closeout process for this year. Our teachers have been eager to get back into their classrooms for a few reasons. One, to get new materials to help them with the remainder of the year, and particularly for planning for the opening in the fall. They also are trying to help organize some of their student work, as students left belongings behind in lockers and cubbies. So the teachers have, many of them are going to be coming into the classroom to help organize those belongings so that we can distribute those back out to students and their families. And then the third very important reason that they've been coming into the school is to pack up their belongings so that we can begin some of the referendum construction work that we need to do across many of our buildings. And I think the thing that I really want to emphasize is that we are trying to accelerate this process of helping teachers get into their classrooms so they can get their materials, so we can begin the construction process with the hope that we can have our buildings available, particularly our elementary schools, available for the last few weeks of summer, so that we have the possibility of doing an in-school summer session. We are beginning with a virtual summer school for the first 4 weeks or so, beginning June 29th, but we are hopeful that we can bring many of our students back for in-person learning the last few weeks of the summer. And so being able to move forward with many of our construction projects now allows us a better chance to free up the space in our elementary schools so that we can host those summer sessions in a way that complies with the social distancing mandates. So a shout out and a thank you to our teachers, because I know it's a heavy lift physically and practically to be trying to do their remote teaching and get into school and help pack up belongings.
Great. Thank you,
Well,
Steve.
I've been thrilled to see the communication, weekly communication between the community members and everybody involved in the, in the food delivery and that process, and all the board members who have participated in those discussions. It was just 2 short weeks ago, there were critical letters to the editor being written, and now it just seems that huge progress has been made, and I think that's really
That's a wonderful lesson, I think, in compassion and design thinking. People have come to this with good hearts to try and do the best that we can, and we keep refining the process every week. And I am very pleased with the work that we're all able to do.
So, thank you.
Great. All right. I think that brings us to the public comment on the agenda. Do we have anyone who would like to comment? Matt, do you want to lead that?
Yeah, for our attendees out there, just raise your hand down at the bottom of the screen and we'll call on you. I don't see anybody raising their hand. Going once, twice. We have no public comment.
Okay. That brings us to the highlight event of the evening, why we are here. We have, can I have a motion? We are going, first of all, I just want to say, well, let me do a motion and then I can say something. So can I have a motion to, for the resolution that the board approve the appointment of Dr. Barry Colosso for the position of interim superintendent for the 2021 school year? Yes, Betsy. Second, Jess. Thank you. And now we can have some discussion. I just want to thank the search committee, because I think people have put in many hours on trying to narrow down candidates, find candidates for us. And then I want to thank the full board for the days that we spent in interviews with a lot of really great people. I think we all learned a lot, and it was a very worthwhile exercise. And I think I'm really pleased that we came out to where we are. I also want to thank Judy Wilson, who's our former superintendent, who actually helped us connect with Dr. Colosso, which was really a wonderful gift to us. So is there anyone else who wants to speak?
I just want to say welcome. We're excited to work with you, Dr. Colosso, and rest up, because I think come July 1st, we'll keep you busy. But thanks. And actually, I know you're coming in June as well. So we're really eager to work with you.
I would just like to also welcome you. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I look forward to really, really meeting you. And I do want to thank the rest of the board. We put in a lot of time, and on Zoom, it seems like it's 3 times as much and everything. So it's much, but I really look forward to having you come along and join us.
Thank you.
And I think it's fair to say that, your experience is remarkable, the number of accomplishments and innovations in your career. And I think we're hoping you get to replicate every single one of them in 6 to 12 months.
Well, we'll give it a try.
All right.
I just wanted to say, Dr. Colosso and I have had a chance to exchange a few emails, and I think in the very first one that I shared with him, I told him that this is a district with a remarkable mission and a remarkable staff and a remarkable community, and that I have been deeply invested in all 3, and that it means the world to me to be able to hand off the leadership of this district to someone with his level of experience and his level of kindness. And I'm grateful to the board for being able to find such a person. So welcome, Barry. I look forward to having many more conversations with you in the weeks ahead. And thank you to the board.
Great. All right, Matt, could we do a roll call then on the resolution that the Board of Education approve the appointment of Dr. Barry Colosso for the position of interim superintendent for the 2021 school year, and that we authorize the signing of the agreement between the board and Dr. Colosso for that position?
Absolutely. Beth Barron,
Yes.
Debbie Bronfeld,
Yes.
Dan Dart,
Yes.
Jess Deutsch,
Yes.
Betsy Baglio,
Yes.
Brian McDonald,
Yes.
Michelle Tuck Ponder,
Yes.
Peter Katz,
Yes.
Daphne Kendall,
Yes.
Susan Cantor.
Yes.
It is unanimous. Motion carries.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Colosso, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. I would like to thank the board. It's very difficult to do Zoom interviews, and I was impressed by the board in the sense that although you have different views and different opinions, you're all focused on one thing. You're all focused on the kids. And I think that, to me, that was very impressive. And the other night when I watched your board meeting, although you had different opinions on different things and the budget and so forth and so on, it was done in a way that was respectful, that honored the work of each other. And I think that's equally impressive. The other thing that Steve mentioned, that we had a few communications, and the quality of your superintendent is well known. But also I want to mention your staff. It's been very impressive to me, the contact that I've had with Matt and his assistant, Patricia Gaynor. Also Michael, I complimented him today in HR with Diana and Maria and Lucy. Phenomenal people, great ambassadors for the district. I complimented Michael because I said the onboarding process that I've experienced here in Princeton, and I've done this many times, is the best I've ever seen. And what makes it's not an easy process. In fact, Michael, I'm through 8 of the 15 GCN videos. But what makes it special and nice is the fact that the people that I mentioned, the employees that I had an opportunity to interact with, are all professional, they're all helpful, and they're great ambassadors to your district. And I'll mention one other thing. Was it last night? Last night I got a chance to watch Matt make a presentation to the Princeton Council, along with supporting comments by Brian and a culmination kind of activity by Beth. And I was watching the body language of the Princeton City Council people. There is a mutual respect. There is a good give and take that's developed over the years. And that's a credit to both organizations. And I think one of the things that I did like was the fact that the mayor complimented Steve, Beth, and the board for nurses being involved with the health department and going to be on the tracing teams. So I'm excited about moving forward with this board, moving forward with the community. It's exciting for me. It's a new challenge. And as I said to the board when we first met, you have developed a wonderful system, and my responsibility is to move this thing forward. Is not to be a placeholder, a person to come on board and act as if I'm going to be there for 10 years. I'm also excited about helping you choose the next leadership teams in Princeton. I'll do whatever you need me to do, and I'll stay out of the way when you want me to. That's a promise, because that decision to hire the next leadership is your job. But I'd be more than happy to assist in any way that I possibly can. So I'll close with the fact that I thank you all for your confidence. My job will be not to disappoint you. And as I said to Steve and one of the PTO leaders, I'm anxious to be engaged with the people of Princeton. So once again, thank you very much. I appreciate your confidence, and I hope I live up to your expectations.
Thank you, Dr. Colosso.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to it. Is there anything else we need to discuss?
No.
One more big thing we can check off. We can sleep through the night a little more easily. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. I think that's all we need to do. And
Right.
Motion to adjourn.
I just have a process question. Are we going back into closed session? I don't know what the outcome was.
I think we should sleep on it, Betsy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we've talked it
I think so too.
pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, if there's nothing else that we need to discuss, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Dan, seconded by Brian. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank
Thank
Good
you.
night.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.